Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am going to open this Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends 3-pack that came from Hasbro Pulse. It was an exclusive, and unfortunately it comes in the plastic-free packaging, except for tape and glue. I wonder if anybody's ever going to address that fact. But as I mentioned in another video, I am not for the plastic-free packaging because to me the packaging is part of the product, and they could just make their customers aware to recycle the plastic because it's a #1 plastic that can be recycled with just your Coke bottles and stuff. So, which I already did anyway, but if they could just told people, hey, recycle your plastic, don't throw it in the trash, that would have been just as good in my opinion. And then like the 50% of people that want it for the packaging would be happy. I actually open all mine, so it's not a huge deal for me, but I do like being able to see what I'm buying. Of course, this one's exclusive online, so you don't really see what you're getting anyway until you receive it. But there's just so many issues that can go wrong with the plastic-free packaging because people can, in the stores, people can buy it and swap out a figure and put another one back in, and good chance people won't catch it and resell it. And somebody, if you're a collector and you want to keep it sealed, you feel like you got to open it and inspect it when you get it to make sure that it's not broken and it's complete and somebody hadn't done something to it to tamper with it. So from a collector standpoint, I don't care for the plastic-free packaging. And I try to do my part, not leaving my footprint and all that stuff. I don't believe we're in a environmental crisis, emergency, or whatever. Everybody keeps trying to make us have electrical cars and all that. But I do try to recycle what I use, and you know that garbage does go somewhere. But I encourage anybody to recycle anyway. But since I just feel like the packaging is part of the product when it comes to action figures. So that's coming from somebody who's not for plastic packaging normally. If that gives you a more objective opinion of what I'm saying here. I'm just talking as I open this instead of detailing what I'm doing as I do it. Narrate it. Okay, so this packaging has some kind of cardboard that slips in here like slots. And you got your 3 figures back here like that. And then I guess these are the accessories or weapons or whatever in the baggies. So, let's see. Looks like next you pull these tabs out. Okay. And that releases. Okay, we got another head here. Alright, not anything else in those. Those just open up like that. And you can slip your figures up. Now on the package for the plastic-free packaging, I haven't run into any issues so far with it. I mean, as far as something missing or something being replaced by somebody that returned it to the store or anything like that so far. But I have heard some issues other people had. Somebody said they got 2 Boba Fett helmets in one of their figures, and they said that actually worked to my advantage, but there's probably somebody who's missing a helmet in there, which is probably true. Okay, so this is the Spider-Man figure, and I like the colors on that. That's some bright blue and red. I like that. That is very true to the comic book version that I think of from when I was a kid. And they're very articulated. They have the double hinged elbows. If I can get it to bend. The second hinge to bend on it. There it goes. So he's very dexterous. Call me. All right. I like this one already. I think that's a good figure. And I was a fan of the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon. That's something I remember watching on Saturday mornings when I was growing up. So let's just make him pose like he's having some kind of action pose. And he must come with other hands because I see on the box he's got fists. So. All right, he's very poseable. You can set him up in all kinds of positions too, so I like that. Getting him to stand up's a different issue altogether. I need a flat table without a cloth on it. I'll have a better setup here soon, so there we go. All right, let's do FIRESTAR next. All right, so we got this head. Her hair is blowing in the wind. And it looks like they all have the same articulation. So these Marvel figures are hard to get to bend sometimes at first. You have to kind of loosen them up sometimes. You about feel like you're going to break them when you first start posing them. But they usually loosen up pretty good. And then you have a really awesome figure. We'll have her holding her hand out there. Let's go ahead and swap her head out. Let's see what that looks like. That looks a little bit more like what I remember looking like on the cartoon there. That's sort of the default head, I would think. This is more like a battle action head if she's soaring through the air or something. One thing about female figures, a lot of times they got that humpback thing. I don't like that. I know like the Slave Leia from the Black series has that. I think it's because their hair hangs down. They try to make it hang down, but they're either looking down or if you can get them to look up, it looks like they got a humpback. So she kind of has that going on. Maybe they'll figure out a better way to do that one day with the hair sculpts so they don't have to look like a humpback. But no offense to anybody out there if you're a humpback. It's just not what they look like on the cartoon. She wasn't a humpback. And then we got Iceman. He definitely has like a cartoonish, paint job sort of. It's supposed to look like he's got some shading on one side or something. I don't know if I like that. The other two don't have that. So, I mean, if that was the theme for the package, then that's one thing. But why does he have that and the other ones don't? So, I guess they just didn't want to look like he was all one solid color, but they could have given him some kind of highlights without just making it one side. On this side he has it, and this side he doesn't. They could just kind of did like a wash with the details to make it pop a little bit more. But okay, so that's my one little criticism on him. I think it's a pretty good looking pack though overall. I like the cartoonish colors, the bright colored costumes instead of the dark reds and stuff some of the Spider-Man have. He needs like a big ice bridge to be riding on or something. All right, I think a lot of my videos are taken up with me trying to get the figures to stand up. All right, let's look up and see what we got in the bags. I'll put her head right here. I don't notice the hump from the front, so that's good. I do notice it from the side. Oh, he does come with like a little ice bridge looking thing. That's awesome. Haha. Well, I wished it had happened. I didn't know it came with that. I guess it did show it on the box there. I just wasn't paying attention to it. It shows what they come with actually. She's got some fire, 2 different hands, and a dog. I forget the dog's name. Miss Lion. There it is. I think I called her Firestorm a while ago. It's FIRESTAR. And then he's got 2 extra hands in that ice bridge. And then Spider-Man's got 3 different sets of hands, counting the ones that's on him already. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty. So let's see. Open up all these. We'll lay them out. Okay, that's Spider-Man's hands. So he's got 2 hands that's spread out here. Sorry. Try to get them on here. Okay. He's got 2 hands that spread out. And then he's got 2 hands that's like the web shooting hands. And then he has 2 fists. So you have a variety of different poses you can do with all those. So I like that. He comes packaged with the right web shooting hand and the left hand that's flat out. And then he comes with 2 fists and then one of each of the other ones. So you can make him be doing both of them at the same time, or hey, stop, or I'm gonna beat you up, or you can do like a combination. So then Iceman just comes with fists and then his outstretched hands, like he's kind of putting a stop to something. Or I guess using his ice powers, maybe. Alright, and then there's Miss Lion. And the little fire pieces. These come with a lot of the Marvel figures. I think they're the exact same sculpts. I know Human Torch came with some of these, and Ghost Rider, the Ghost Rider figure came with some. That Ghost Rider figure is really cool. I'll do a review of it. I'll do some reviews of some stuff I've already opened. I'm just doing these as I open them, but I have so many figures that are cool that I would like to share that I've already opened. We'll just review them without the packaging. But and the way these work is you put them on their arms, so it looks like they got fire, like they're on fire, kind of. And they're kind of tricky because you don't know. I'm not ever sure which way the flames are supposed to go. I guess that looks okay. Let's see. I guess that looks all right, like that. Like I said, these are the exact same molds on a lot of the figures, so sometimes they don't fit some figures as good as they do other figures. I don't think they make these specifically for each figure. They kind of just use the same one each time. All right, that looks all right, I guess. Oh. There. Maybe that'll stay. All right, then she has the little dog. Oh, and the dog's head moves. I thought it would just be like a one-piece stationary dog, but he's got like a ball socket head. It can look around pretty good. Look up at him. Or look down at there. Something on the ground. Or, I think, yeah, that's the only thing it moves on is his head, but I didn't expect that, so that's nice. And then she has 2 fists. So. And let's put him on his ice bridge thing. I am so glad that came with that, because that's sort of like what I always remember him in the show having, is he was always kind of riding along on that. So I think that sort of makes the character right there to me. It's got 1 peg on the lower part, but it doesn't have one up here, so it has to totally rely on that one peg for him to balance. I think it would have been good if it had 2 pegs, because you could probably get him to be able to get in better positions and not to be more stable. We'll see how good it holds with that one. I guess it does pretty good though. I want him to be like he's hanging 10 here. Let's see exactly how good it holds. Okay. Well, the issue is if you bend him over too far, it won't stand up. So I guess it holds as good as it needs to without it falling over. It is pretty good though. It's holding him on 1 foot. So the 1 peg works okay. Let's make him look like he does in that picture. Let's see, I got the arm up like that. Kind of back. I guess kind of like that. But he's more turned to the side here. Okay, that's pretty close. All right, so the pictures on the packaging is pretty accurate. So I think that's a big, that's important if they're going to do plastic-free packaging, for it to be an accurate depiction on the box. Although I believe that's not actually pictures of the action figures on the box. That looks like it's like computer rendered almost to me. Especially like look at Spider-Man's head there. That looks computer rendered, especially the hands and stuff. But yeah, I believe that's computer rendered. But it's still a pretty good, accurate depiction of what you get in the box. So I'm okay with it as long as it's accurate looking. That's definitely computer rendered on the front to make it look like the TV show logo. I like the Marvel Legends series. I think they're well done in general. Sometimes they seem like they get a little lazy on the facial sculpts and the paint jobs. I'm pretty pleased with these and overall. See if you can even see like behind her mask a little bit there. So you could technically probably cut that mask off and see what she looked like without the mask. I think her facial features are back there. It's glued on. You can't take it off without ruining it. But all right. And I just want to do one more thing here real quick before we go. I have a different Spider-Man version here. I didn't really look at the Spider-Man good yet, but I just want to look at this real quick. Okay, so this is it's from the same line as the retro, that Marvel Lizard over there, that card back style. And I just want to compare. So these are different figures because this has the pegs and this one doesn't, that you can see. I mean, maybe have them inside there. This figure looks a little bit smaller, maybe just the head. No, the body's a little smaller too, just slightly. And this one's brighter, where this one has more like a realistic, well, more realistic. It's based off the cartoon line too, but it's got more of a shading to it, I guess, a way to put it. His blues are blue, darker blue. Might be hard to tell on the camera. This is a brighter blue and a brighter red. I think I like this one. If you're looking for comic book, cartoon colors, that's the way to go with this pack. I think this may be my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man, actually. 6-inch. But I think most of the articulation is the same, except this one you can see the pegs, especially on like at the inside of the arms. Look at that. And they're hidden here, so you don't see that. And I think that looks a lot better. So I definitely like that better. And he has the shoulders that go back, and the Iceman has this too. I notice it has like they bend here, but they also bend here, like in the shoulder blade. So you can make him really go back with his arm more and forward. I mean, these are articulated almost as good as people are anatomically. So you can really, I mean, probably more so. I'm sure I can bend this figure in ways that I can't bend. So, and I'm going to do one more thing real quick. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to compare to see if they display nicely with the other cartoon comic styled figures, retro kind of figures. They look pretty good. I'd say if you were into collecting the stuff like the retro Marvel Legends Spider-Man line and the ones that look kind of like they belong in the comics or cartoons paint wise, they go pretty good with them. Like I said, this is slightly smaller. As you can tell here, this Spider-Man's the same line as this Green Goblin. And he's more to scale. This one's just slightly smaller. But it's kind of noticeable, almost, that it's a slightly smaller figure when you display them together. But I wouldn't have any trouble displaying them together. I still think they look good together. So, I will be doing a review of the Marvel's Lizard next. So we will put him side by side with these and see how he matches up scale wise. But thanks for watching. Please tune in again, like and subscribe. And we're just getting started growing our channel, so stick with me. Things are going to get better here. I'll have more time to focus on the channel over the next few weeks, and the quality should be getting a lot better. So thanks for watching.